So, I had to step on a lot of toes to get my Jaguar. You know, grease a few palms, break a few hearts. I was doing a little bit of research into the dark underbelly of Jaguar development. And dudes, there are some sick people taking, like dead in development, half completed, stillborn Jaguar games and just like stitching them back together, bringing them back to life. So I'm on the docks again tonight for a very special delivery, an Atari Jaguar cartridge all the way from the States. So there's a lot of people who wouldn't want some of these games being unearthed. Some bigwigs at Nintendo and Sony, they sunk a lot of money into syncing the Jaguar. A game like this, it's a shot of life some people don't want the Jaguar to have. So there's a few rumours that the Jaguar's not dead. It's just been in hiding, lurking. It was ahead for its time. The competition has finally caught up. Now, it's the perfect time to make a comeback. So, what you're looking at is a resurrected Jaguar game. A monster, once buried deep underground, until some mad cackling cat over at Songbird Productions wiped away the dirt, plugged in the probes, and pulled that lever. Skyhammer, warrior of the skies. In the future, when evil corporations totally take over, parking's probably a bitch. So welcome to Skyhammer, your answer to going anywhere. 360 degrees of movement, armed to the teeth with missiles and cannons. In mission mode, you get a brief. And to be honest, the mission brief, it isn't that exciting. Generally search and destroy, or you need to find and collect something. This game, it actually handles alright. 3D doesn't feel that daunting, and there's no such thing as a crash, except into other aircrafts. Luckily though, if you do take a bit of damage, you start getting those warning lights. There's garages all over the city. Even in hostile territories, you can just duck into it. So this is where the game totally opens up with way more options. With the right amount of cash, you can stock better weapons, fill up your tank, or even change your missiles for something a little bit more lethal. So for a Jaguar title, you're probably thinking, this is what 64 bits is meant to feel like. Not Kasumi Ninja, not Cybermorph, not Trevor McFur. Skyhammer. We've got 3D shapes, texture mapping, 3 massive cities with their own design and feel. So this is the game. They got Nintendo and Sony really worried. They knew Atari weren't bluffing anymore. They even managed to cram 2 game modes on this cartridge. There's the mission mode, but also my favourite, battle mode. They cut all that story bullshit and just pit you against waves and waves of enemies. All trying to capture your base. You win by capturing theirs. And I don't want to come across as shallow, but being able to sit down and blow shit up arcade style, it's a major attraction. It's not for everyone, especially wimps, but I love being able to play a game stripped back to its rawest elements. So this whole game's only one player, but if you own a Jaguar, your friends probably stopped coming around years ago. I did actually go out of my way to buy a second Jaguar controller, and then I realised how many games actually used it. 4 of mine, 3 of those are fighters. This is possibly the most pointless Jaguar peripheral ever. Skyhammer has a lot of odds stacked against it. Assassinated before release, this quiet monster, it's erupted on the Jaguar, and dudes, it's turning heads. For the quality of the graphics, texture mapping, 360 movement, and just the sheer size of the cities, Skyhammer is a glimpse of what the Jaguar should have been from the beginning.